Welcome everyone. I hope you must be stay safe and stay healthy. So no further delay, let's begin. Today's topic is awesome information about the location and functions of the amygdala. The amygdala, which refers to the almond-shaped structure located on either side at the lower and the hippocampus, is a part of limbic system of the human body. The body retain up previous information on the location and function of the amygdala. Did you know? The term amygdala is derived from the Greek word amygdalo, which means almonds. The term hippocampus is derived from the Greek words hypos and campos, which means horses and sea monster respectively. Thus, their structure are named after their shape. The term limbic system refers to a complex set of structure of the brain that lie on their either side of the thalamus. The main structure of the limbic system include the hypothalamus, hippocampus, amygdala, and other structures such as the anterior cortex, perioral cortex, septal nucleus, clinic cortex, and parahopical cortex. Their structure are associated with emotional processing and behavior. Both hippocampus and amygdala play a vital role. The hippocampus performs a host of functions related to consolidated of long-term memory, emotions, etc. The amygdala, which is located deep within the temporal lobe of the brain, is responsible for our memory, response to emotion, hearing, and speech. Location of the amygdala. Curriculum, which refers to the anterior portion of the brain, is divided into two hemispheres, which are further divided into four lobes called frontal, parietal, occipital, and temporal. Amygdala, along with hippocampus and olfactory cortex, lies on the medial surface of the temporal lobe. Location of the amygdala in the coronal section of the brain. It is basically a mass of nuclei that is divided into regions. There are varied views about the division of the amygdala. For instance, Price refers to the three regions called basterial, cortical, and central medial group. At times, it is divided into regions called the cortiomedial region and the basolateral region. The cortiomedial region, which includes the cortical, medial, and central nuclei, is connected with the olfactory system. It is believed to have evolved earlier than the basolateral region, which comprises the lateral basal and accessory basal nuclei. Amygdala makes concentration connection with several parts of the brain. The fibers that carry input to it are also combined with fibers part of provide input to the amygdala but does not receive output from it. Input and output. The amygdala gets sensory and visceral inputs with the sources of the later beginning hypothalamus, septal area, orbital cortex, and facial nerves. While the olfactory sensory information comes from the olfactory bulb, the sensory information comes from the temporal and anterior cingulate cortex. Due to its in connection with the emotive central in the brain, the amygdala is central to our emotions. It sends impulses to the hypothalamus and regulates emotional as well as aggressive behavior. It also plays a role in the release of estrogen and growth hormone, which in turn can affect our behavior. Functions of amygdala. The amygdala plays a vital role in coordinating our response to the environmental stimuli. It plays an extremely important role in behavioral response that are control central the survival during stress. It is also instrumental in fear conducting as well as the fight or flight responses. During the fight and flight response, the impulse from the central nucleus of amygdala are sent to the central gray matter in order to stimulate a reflex to stop the peripheral activity. The impulses to the lateral hypothalamus help evaluate the blood pressure and heartbeat so as to prepare the body for a quick response. Impulses are sent to the facial nerves, which in turn generate facial expression that reflect anger, fear, etc. The section of the stress hormones, the norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine, increases the intensity of the flight and fright infection response, which is integral to survival during such situation. Various studies have shown that the amygdala has a vital role in emotion processing, especially fear conducting. On the